One of the terrible things about wokeness is that we're at risk of destroying the very thing that we now enjoy. Freedom. Because other countries see that as weakness and they capitalize on it.
How do you prove that threat is real?
Because this has already happened. And we'll get into this in more detail.
Konstantin Kisin
is the sharp-witted satirist, podcast host, and social commentator.
Unafraid to discuss some of the most controversial topics and challenging questions that society is struggling with.
Ideology is a very bad thing because the moment you buy into a prepackaged set of ideas about what you're supposed to believe, you can very quickly find yourself not interested in the truth. For example, the ideology of wokeness creates a very simplistic and frankly ridiculous way of looking at people not as individuals but as groups with a hierarchy of oppression and promotion of victimhood, which is what makes them so dangerous, because when you teach people to be victims, you actually cause them to suffer in real life. We're weakening ourselves. And now we censor everything. Political labeling is a weapon that people use against their opponents. And political correctness is preventing you from expressing a dissenting opinion. You can't say that that's hate speech, but as we spend more time arguing about trivial issues instead of real stuff that matters, the dominant civilization becomes more divided, especially from the inside, and other countries get to make a play for that dominant position. And it will mean that the values of the West, human rights, equality of treatment, freedom of speech, those values will not be considered values at all. They don't want to hold hands and sing kumbaya. And I'm convinced that the geopolitics we have seen in the last many years would not be happening if we were not signaling weakness and division.
Is there a way to stop the division?
Here's what you do.